Oh, buddy. How my dog loves me. Look at yourself. Your stats suck. Jeez, man. Just the aggression. The aggression. Oh my god. I don't know why they didn't get the Riva bot for that, where it auto translates in the channel to your native language. Oh, dude, it's such a win. Yeah, right. I mean, you could do that. You could just scan the whole thing. Just do like a Google Glass thing, and then at that point, or just, you know, not even, you just take a screenshot and you put it in Google and translate it for you on the actual website. Super efficient. Super efficient. Said no disrespect in calling things with its names. Think other side. Okay, up to you. Our Korean and Chinese people know that in NTS there is no racism. There you go. Oh yeah, that's Mark. Letting us know how it is. Oh, did I get any music play? Let me get some aqua. How you guys agree with that, Diplo? In? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I haven't even looked at all the numbers. I was just thinking we could actually plug in. I was just thinking we could actually plug in some of the 3.9 numbers, even though it's only about a week ago, but it'll still be pretty relevant. And I was just thinking about that for when we were doing the group announcements. I know I was like looking for to plug the 314 data in, but I just realized I could just plug in the 3.9 data, and that probably would have worked too, at least until we get the latest scan. But yeah, we got matchups. We're going to be announcing that in a bit. I have reached out to all the kings and queens, all of the KvK groups with at least 2 to 3 kings or queens minimum. And so I've heard back from most of them, at least the strongest groups we've heard back from. And they have either confirmed matchups for what they are currently. Again, things can always change. And or ones that have already been publicly stated. But yeah, I'll be showing you what those look like, and then we'll be showing you some numbers to complement and talking a little bit, seeing what you guys think about these as well. Because I'll tell you right now, the one place that has a lot of opinions about it is the Gen Chat on the COD Discord. That's absolute. Give me a better variant, please. And I'm going to throw something out there too in a bit that I think is an absolute great way to approach the season, where it doesn't matter where the starting positions are. And it's basically a workaround that every KvK could apply. Yeah, I mean, it's very simple, but it's pretty ingenious. And somebody reminded me of this because I saw this being done. I saw this being done a while ago, or in some previous KvK groups, but it really wasn't popularized too much. It was just kind of like one-offs here and there. "25 days before final zone." That's a good one. All right, I think we're good. Welcome, welcome. MMG, what's up? Yo, BN Echo video meme for what exactly? Lol, that's weird. Oh no, you haven't been checking out the memes in the memes channel on CoD? There's a number of them. Yeah. Kirito, what's up? Welcome, welcome. Potato, what's up? Welcome. Welcome, fam. Yeah, we will be. I'll be showing you all the groups officially in a moment. So I have them all on my sheet. We're going to show you all of the top, I think, 7 or 8 groups, maybe up to 9 groups so far. And this is the latest information that I've received directly from Kings or Queens in these KvK groups as of last night and going into this morning. So essentially over the last 12 hours, 12 to like 18 hours. But as always, right, things can change. Again, if you guys are enjoying, if you do enjoy, make sure you throw us up. First goal is we got to get to 10 likes, and then everyone basically is awesome. That's how that works. All right. Let me finish Earn Gam, and then we will show the goods for anyone that is here. Yeah, for anyone that's here hanging out with us. Huh. I just realized that I could go off of the prep chats and it would probably be easier, huh? Okay, let's try this. Idea. I have an idea. What did Plato, didn't you ally the second strongest team in your KvK? Oh my god. I mean, yeah, you guys are intense, man. 60, 68. No Bastion agreement. That would be dope, actually, if people were like, all right, man, we're not going to mess with Bastions. Maybe even if they just say we're not going to do Bastion's final zone. That could be cool. Just because I really just want to see more open field play. Yeah. But I have realistic expectations. Sadly. Sadly, I should add that I have realistic expectations. Whoa. GG2? I don't even know what GG2 is. Let's do 17. Yeah, right? Potato says, maybe we should do it off of the BOW rankings. Interesting. So, okay. So maybe BOW rankings decide who can choose zone 1 first could be a solution. That actually isn't a bad idea. I could get down with that plan. My whole thing was this, right? And this is what I said in the video I put out today, where after I showed off what the groups were, I then kind of went into what I considered my hottest take, even though I don't really consider it a hot take. I just think it makes a lot of sense, is allowing for some way, somehow, for the groups or for the kingdoms to be able to choose their starting location after matchups are decided. That's really it, right? That's really what it comes down to if you're just trying to strip away the fat, make it as simple as possible. Now, could you do that in utilizing BOW. Absolutely. I think you could. However, my whole thing about it, simply put, is that it does have to be fair. Meaning that what you could maybe do is determine who goes first. So you could do it where like whoever wins it, their team gets to pick first. So then it's like 1-1-1-1, right? Or it's 1-2, like it's 1-2-2-1, right? If you're doing it kind of like League of Legends draft style. So, and again, you can switch it up, you can do it different ways. My whole thing is just, again, allow for them to choose. Now, whether you want to use BOW rankings to decide that, you just want to do it based on like a coin flip or something, which is a random generator or whatever that the system decides on who gets to go first. Maybe it's the strongest kingdom gets to go first, or however they do it, right? As long as they do it some way. Now, again, maybe BOW could be a way to do it, and again, I'd be okay with that. But my whole thing is that I just want them to make it. I would like for them to make it. I don't want to say want because that might come off as super strong. Is that the kingdoms need to be able to choose their starting zones. And again, they need to be able to choose them after matchups have been decided. Because before that, or after that, I should say, it limits their options. And we're already seeing that right now. It's one of the most depressing things, man, is when you are looking at KvKs and matchups are being handicapped in some areas because of starting zone. And we're already seeing that in a couple of the G2 KvKs. And it freaking sucks to see that because all it's doing is demotivating and de-hyping, if you will, the matchup and that KvK. And it's lowering the excitement around it. And what's probably going to happen? Some people will probably spend less. Some people may not be as active now. It's an overall net negative for the game. And it's something that they need to address. And it's very easy to address it. This isn't a complicated thing, I believe. So yeah. Do I think it sucks? Absolutely. Because I don't want to hear about that, man. All I want to hear about is how this KvK group's got a bunch of power. Everyone figured it out. Everyone's working together. And then we're trying to make something happen that is going to benefit everyone. Right? That's what I'm looking out for. Because that's where everyone in that KvK gets to benefit, right? So it doesn't just come down to, whoever the strongest is, whoever, did a Diplo win, whoever decided that they just weren't going to do anything and they wanted to go solo. Like, no, like we want to see it work out for everyone, right? We want everyone to eat well. Everyone gets to enjoy the KvK because everyone should have that ability to do so. Yeah, man. Jeez, more's coming in, dude, on Dark. You are a joke, to be honest. Oh, my gosh, man. Dude, I'm telling you, man, COD Discord is just nuts. Dude, the stuff that they say in here is absolutely wild, man. It kills me. Absolutely kills me. All right, we're almost done promoing. If you are here right now, you will be one of the first people to see before I put the video out on what the matchups are going to be. At least the matchups that we know as of now. So again, we'll be showing that off to you in a moment. So if you're here, once I finish my in-game promo stuff, which I'm about to be done, and then we will show off those matchups for the official ones. And we'll also plug in some data to fill some gaps from the 3.9 sheet as well. So that way things can be a little bit more accurate, if you will. Did I already do 32 or did I do 33? I can't remember. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Sorry, what else we got here? Yeah, SOS4. Luke, what's up? Welcome. SOS416 made a rule where no bastions are allowed to be used. Really? All right, man. If that's the case, dude, that's setting the standard, man. That's an OG decision. That's OP, and I love it. Now, is that no bastions throughout the entire KvK, or is that just no bastions final zone? I guess regardless, if it's one or the other, I think it's still a win. Yeah, I actually think that's pretty awesome. Bro, they argue is just a joke. Go free for all. Yo, my God, what is happening, man? Jeez. Man. It's honest. What's up? Welcome. Luke says each alliance has to place their bastion. Oh, I didn't read. Each alliance has to place their bastion in zone 1, and each server needs to know the location of it. Okay. Dude, that's dope. I freaking love that. Freaking love that. And 14, you guys are... Oh, yeah, you guys are one of the top groups. That's Dawn, OHH, LTS, BXS, AC, NW. You guys are about 81 bill. Listen, man, I like that. Setting the standard, making it look sexy, and doing it right. I think that's a big W. I wonder how the players are responding. If that's something where, like, maybe not just management, but I wonder if the players, like especially the top players, I wonder if they're excited about that too as well. Just the fact that maybe they don't have to deal with it. Yeah, it'd be super curious. Also, fam, we're at 4 likes. Got to get to 10. We can do it. If you're enjoying, you just turn it in. Make sure to throw us up. Thanks. 20. I think I did this one already. I did this 255. Yeah, man. Get it to finish your rally, man. Loco. Also, Loco coming in with the SAR 10 donation. Thank you so much, man. Saying the GOAT is what Loco says. Well, thank you. I try. Maybe just for what I do, but I appreciate. Namaste. Don't know if that was appropriate or not, but it just sounded right in the moment. I probably should just do a quick Google for it. I don't think it's that difficult. They're like, come on, boss. You could at least do that. Oh, wait. Oh, what Blade say here? All we saw in that Diplo chat was Dark saying I want NTS, and that's all. We agreed to LA before matchmaking even finished. What? Why is he crossing this off? Do we know that's T-Shaw? Like, I mean, if you're gonna... Dude, come on, Blade. I mean, that's a piss poor effort. Someone has to call Blade out for that, dude. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Or thank you, Chu. For calling that out. Good call out. Let's go. Good call out. Dang it. Yeah. Yeah. This censor. Facts. Yeah. Oh, no, I should have done the spinning facts. Oh my gosh. Just absolutely this censor. I mean, what an awful censor. Come on. I mean, you gotta at least call that out. That was pretty rough. It's like, come on, man. We know that Shaw. Just like, it's like at that point, just don't even do it. The fuck? Oh my god. I mean, what he should have done is spelled all the letters out and just remove the middle one. It's like, I mean, same thing, man. Like, what are we doing? Jeez. Oh my god. Jeez. All right. We're almost done. And then we will be showing. If you're just hanging out with us, we're going to be showing off the matchups that have been announced so far. Again, these are ones that have been publicly announced. Also ones where the kings or queens of KvK groups have reached out to me or replied to me reaching out to them and provided me with the matchups that we have so far. Most of the top matchups are settled. It's really just a couple of the lower powered group matchups that are higher up on the SOS4 rankings. Or sorry, SOS4 KvK group number list. Yeah, so we'll be showing that off in a moment. That's right, man. Yo, we got 50 plus, man. 3 more likes until 10. You guys, we can do it. I believe that you can click on one button and you have my permission. Thank you. So wouldn't it be dope if like the moment that every single person joined, they just hit that like button? It's a crazy thought, but I have faith. I'm praying to the anime gods. And also to COD Reese's. It's a good song. We're doing it. Look at that, man. Boomed right up to 14. Oh my gosh, you guys doubled it. Bunch of killers there on that button. Good stuff, man. Good stuff. You guys are impressing me. Tesla Dad, what's up, man? Do you know if we do Warband outside of the starting zone? So technically, I guess technically you would have to form your Warband, right? If that's still a thing. I feel like I'm blanking on this now. But I feel like you'll have to do that once you get into the KvK because there's no teams and basically every kingdom is solo. So you'd have to establish that after entering. Yeah. Celos, what's up, man? Why did they get rid of last season's matchmaking style? Pick teams before matchmaking phase begins, then give starting zones out accordingly. This gets rid of all the Diplo starting zone nonsense. I mean, keep in mind, they did do the matchups, but I don't know if the starting zones were as great as they could have been last season. I do agree that if they're going to opt for this approach, then they need to also respond in kind where they allow a team up phase to some extent, right? Whether it's exactly how they did it before, which again, I'm still somewhat okay with, even if they wanted to do that, and then they place in the starting zone. So yeah, I guess they could have just done what they did before, but my whole thing is like, just why not do it at all, right? And if you are going to do this, then again, at least allow for a pick phase. That's my thing, because remember, last season they auto-placed you after you were in the teams, right, for that first S3. But, or I guess before the pre-S3 season. And so what I'm saying now is once you get the matchups confirmed, then allow the kingdoms to choose what zones they start in, right? Either you do it like MOBA style, pick ban, like one team goes and then the other team goes, and it's just 1-1-1 split. Maybe you do a 1-2-2-1, depending on how many kingdoms are there. Regardless of which way you choose, my whole thing is like, at least be able to pick where you're going to start at. Because like I was saying in the beginning, man, there's already been a number of groups. There's already been a number of KvKs that, well, basically all KvKs respectfully are limited because of the fact that starting zones have already been placed. It just is going to depend on how much it affects a particular group, maybe more or less than another. And we've already been seeing some KvK groups that basically kind of have like one hand tied behind their back because it's just like, yeah, dude, like they can't do anything. So yeah, no, it absolutely sucks. Absolutamundo suckos. Okay, so we're pretty good now. We've finished all our promo. It's Gucci stuff. Now we are going to go in and show you guys the matchups that have been provided thus far. I am also going to grab some 3.9 data real quick because I do need to plug this in. So again, bear with me a moment. I want to plug this stuff in real quick so I can add this and it can just fill some gaps just for some of the bigger groups where I might be missing some stuff on. Yeah, because I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure we're good. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh no, sorry. Kirito, what do we say here? 15 likes, man. Nice. 5 more to 20. You guys can do it. Loco, you noob, go make rally. Jeez, second strongest has some movement, I think still. Yeah. Anor, what's up, man? Do you need 614 matchup? So I think I have the 614 matchup. Let me see. Let me double check here on what I got. Let's double check. I do have the 614 matchup. Thank you for that. Gold card, what's up, man? Yo. BH, what's up, man? Can only war with people in your starting zone. Yeah. Can only war with people in your starting zone. Warband. Oh, yeah. So only kingdoms with multiple alliances can. Okay. Blunts, what's up, man? Being ones that got, I mean, to be honest, man, there's already drama. If anything, we're just covering it. With love, what's up? EIS, TFS, NTS, A2G, WB, SSG, Crazy Diplo. Yeah, I know. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, we'll be talking about that. We're going to talk about that too. So I just got to go through this and make sure I have all this stuff filled in. Okay, so 176. This is probably going to be... Oh, okay, it's actually not that bad. Wow. So, merits... Kills, deads, heals. Oh, sick, dude. Nice. So I can grab this from EIS. Dope. What it do, baby? Okay, sick. So I actually have the numbers from the 9th, which is like a week ago, but again, it's still pretty close. So that makes me happy because I can at least show off numbers that are still right, more somewhat ish up to date, which is important for us to be able to for me to show this off. Okay, then I need 156 BNR. Where are you, 156? Yeah, where's BNR? All right, cool. Oh man, this is making me happy because I didn't think about grabbing the 3.9 data to fill in the blanks. Wow, this is actually going to be pretty good. I'm actually a little bit more excited now about this. Wow. I want to be honest, there are wonderful tinglies in my stomach currently. Oh yeah, let me update SV because they were mad that I didn't have that last time. Wasn't my fault. All right, cool. I'm almost done and then we'll be showing this off. Okay, I think we're good there. Let's double check a few of these other ones. I think we're good there. EIA, yeah, we're good there. And we're good there. Okay, actually, I think we're pretty good. Wow. It was only a few that we really needed to fill in. So, yeah, man, I'm actually somewhat excited about this now. Okay, cool. 23. Okay, yeah, that one's figured out. Oh, this one, 153. Yeah, my bad. Let me just double check this. I just want to make sure this is good. And I'm not. Okay, sweet. Awesome. So we are good now. There was only like 4 or 5 that I really had to update and fill in the blank on for some of the bigger matchups. So cool. All right, we're good. I'm really excited. Alrighty, man. Here we go. If you are here, you are about to see official matchups that have been recently updated for me. Again, as I stated, whether it was the king or queen that provided it to me or me reaching out and them replying from the KvK groups, we're going to be covering the strongest groups at the moment. I'm going to show you the matchups as of the past 16 hours, 12 to 16 hours ago. We're going to show you some stats. We're going to talk about it. I also have some overheads that I'll be showing you to complement this as well. And the only thing you have to do to enjoy this entry, you know it. Do it right now. Thanks. Okay, here we go. Only because I'm a gentleman. Here we go. Oh, hang on. Let's go top down is what we're going to do. Yeah, okay, here we go. That's what we'll do. Alrighty. Here we go. I better see this thing at 30 likes when I come back. 12 more. You guys can do it. I believe in you. Okay. Also keep in mind, it helps get this out to that. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate you. Okay. I got kids to feed. All right. So we're going to start with 24, and then we're going to work our way down. Now, these groups are the ones that have like 16 plus kingdoms, right? So we're not necessarily going to hard cover these, but I will at least show you the numbers here, right? Again, some of these I'll have to fill in, but I focus, we focus on the ones that only have 6 kingdoms in them or less, right? Or basically exactly 6 is what I should say. So yeah, okay. So let's go to the first one. So the first one here is going to be SOS4 24. These are the ones, a few of these I do not have matchups for yet. So I've reached out to the people there, but most of them some of them haven't responded, and then some of them did respond, but just said, hey, we don't have the matchup finalized yet. So if one of you knows the matchup for this, I'm happy to hear about it. So this is the group, again, with numbers pulled from the 9th and the 14th combined. Again, this is about 43 bill. You can see the kingdoms here, right? 89, 117. It should be in a chronological order as well, right? This is Go, SHWA, SNIX, Civ, 262 GRZ. These are the starting zones. For those of you, again, I'm fancy, and I like to make sure that everyone gets a nice view. So this is where the starting zones are for each of those kingdoms, and then how that group looks. Again, matchup not decided yet. Moving on. This group is decided. So this is SOS4 6023. I think this is, yeah. So again, the last update I got today on this group was that, and this was maybe about an hour ago, someone told me that Kingdom 15 might be MIA and going solo. Again, I haven't got that like double confirmed or confirmed by a second source, but someone that is a king or queen in this KvK told me that there is a chance that that might be happening. However, if it doesn't happen, this is how the numbers look at the moment. Again, I actually think the numbers here are not bad. If you look at the fact that the blue team has about a 3 billion power advantage, right? Obviously, the 100 mil plus is a little rough. They do have more PvP engagement. They have plus 15 more 100 mil plus players on them. They also have plus 10 more 60 mil plus players. Again, usually we'd like to see power and 60 mil pluses leaning one way. And then as I've stated before, we like the other metric to be 100 mil plus. That's the opposite way. So that way things can like somewhat balance. This isn't awful, but because the fact is that there's just not enough, there's not a high number of 100 mil plus players, I think this makes it look really steep, right? I mean, this is kind of like a 3.5 to 1 ratio. So that is a little rough. I think obviously the advantage probably goes in favor. Now, is that one of the reasons why ASG, maybe opted? Possibly. It is just a little rough, right? Yeah. Okay. ISS. Okay. Master, what's up, man? Welcome. JP says 15-ish. Oh, you have to tell me. ISS dead BN. They are BTR leftovers. Who is? They have not participated at all in BOW. We think they auto-registered. Okay, who's that? You have to tell me who that is again. For the Alliance itself. So again, this is one matchup. Starting positions here for this group. I don't know if I just showed that already. But again, this is where starting positions are for them. So effectively, oh, you're saying ASG, server 15. Okay. So you're saying 15. Oh, you're saying 15 is dead? Oh, did people leave? Oh, I see. Just because it's low. Oh, so they don't have. Oh, I see. We're trying to do a 3v3 in SOS 20. Interesting. Okay. So did maybe some people, we could actually check that too as well. Let me see. Like, are you saying maybe some people left 15? Let me load up my scout. Because I think these numbers, I think the ASG numbers were pulled from the 14th, so 2 days ago. But if you're saying people are just leaving, okay. Hang on, I'm just looking at the leaderboard real quick. No, this is accurate. They're at around, yeah, I mean, the top alliance is 5.3 bill. second 762 mil, third 650. Again, we're, you know, keep in mind the top 300 thing here is counting top 300 players, but it's excluding 15 mil and below. With the exception of from the 9th. So the 9th would be including 15 mil and below, but if it's from the 14th, which most of this is from the 14th, it's excluding 15 mil and below. Oh, okay. I see. Okay. You're saying the core of 15 moved to server 99 and our BTX. Oh, yeah. I forgot they were there. Okay. Got it. So very small. So they're probably waiting. And you're saying ASG didn't participate last season. Oh, okay. Interesting. So in that case, if you're saying they're dead or hashtag dead weight, well, I guess they still have some strong players, though, there. So there is the chance that they could still fight. Unless those players move out before Zone 2 opens. If you're saying that, that's a different story. But at least from me looking at the Kingdom now, they still have some big players. Unless it's confirmed that those people won't be participating. Then, like Jenny said, welcome, Jenny, by the way. It's always nice to have a lovely lady in the chat. But if you're saying, yeah, they're not going to participate, then okay. At least as of now, it would be ASG VH Ham versus IBO LOC HTF, right? So you got ASG VH Ham, so it'd be ASG top right, VH Ham. So it's actually like 1 by 1 by 1 if you think about it. So, okay. Next group we have. This is SOS 422. Yeah. And Matt said you guys are trying to do a 3v3 in 20. Okay. Yeah. If I don't know if I have the matchup for that. We'll see. But this is SOS Forward 22. And for this one, again, I haven't heard anything yet. This is with GF Ice, baby. Riven, Goa, ST, and 1UP. Matchup, this is how it looks for starting positions that we have at the moment. But again, just going to be waiting to hear from them on how that looks, right? About 45 bill for the group itself. For AXT. Oh, Master, you're like, that's good, Master. That's good. He's like, I know you don't have the matchups because we don't have the matchups. I guess that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. Oh, man, good stuff. Okay. Next one we have here is going to be SOS 421. This one, about 55 bill. I don't know the matchups yet. I reached out to someone, I think, from BD20 and I think from DAU, but I think they told me that the matchups weren't assigned yet. So I think they said they're still diploing it out. Okay. Next is going to be the SOS 420. And that's the one I think that Zatrex was saying, right? So that's the one we don't know at the moment. Yeah. So, but this is about 88 bill. We just don't know what the matchup is here yet, right? As I said, it's because we haven't got any information that's been provided yet. This is where the starting positions are for the group. And I'm sure once they do kind of get everything settled and figure out, right, then of course, you know, we'll find out, you know, where everyone, what, not only who's going to be fighting who, but then how does that look on the Zone 1 map? Or, well, I guess starting in the Zone 1 sections. Okay. I think this is the last one that we don't have a matchup for. And I think from 18 or 17 and below, everything should have a matchup. So we should be good from there going forward. So here, we got SOS 419. This is Chubb, 95, Beck, GD, Elves, and Sura. This one, this is starting positions. All right, so GD top left, we got K95, Beck, Elf, Sura, Chubb. But again, nothing's been decided at the moment, right? This is about 59, 58 bill. Okay, first matchup from the stronger groups, right? These numbers, again, have been updated, and this is a combination of numbers from the 9th and the 14th. Most of these, as I said, is from the 14th. So for SOS 418, which is this group, right? Gen, SHPZ, 211, GPX, Seal, IME. This is how the matchup's looking right now. So we have Gen, IME, Seal. They're going to go up against GPX, 211, SHPZ. Now, if we're just simply looking at the numbers on paper, again, I don't think it's too bad. Very close, or maybe 3 bill, 2.7 bill differential on power. PvP engagement obviously favors the blue team a little bit more here. You have about 19 bill more kills. We got about 52 million more deads. And then you got about 21 bill more heals. The T5, the 100 mil pluses are pretty close. It's only a +4 advantage on the blue team. On 60 mil plus, we're looking at 36. Right, so it's a +36 in favor of them. That should be looking at here. Right, so we could do 36, and then we'll do 4 for how that looks. Let's do even. And again, I'll probably update these with whenever we get the next pool. But that's how it looks right now. Yeah. I think when we're looking at the zones, with kind of doing the 1-1-1, I'm actually okay with that. I kind of almost somewhat like the fact that it's either 3 on one side, 3 on another side, or it's a 1-1-1-1 split around. That to me, I think is a lot more optimal. And I almost wonder if they did that on purpose or if it just ended up that way. However it may have, I still think that this isn't a bad group and the power isn't super off, right? It's obviously not as close as maybe you'd like for it to be a little bit more. Like, for example, I think one of the things I would have liked to see is maybe a reverse on this. Like maybe if there was more, like if the 305 number was here and then the 269 number was down here, that I think would lean a little bit more towards it being that, to me at least. Okay, next group. Right, and then maybe we'll talk about maybe like some potential Zone 2 playouts too as well. So next group we have here is going to be KM Noob ROD. So this is SOS 4 17. We got KM Noob Rod, and then we got IFAP ERA BPT, right? These are confirmed matchups at the moment within the last 16 hours. This right here is 28, right? So it's about 28 bill to 38. So I mean, again, about a 10, almost 11 bill difference here. PvP engagement actually favors the red team here a little bit more. You have not that far off in kills, right? 9 bill differential. Deads a little bit more. Right now we're looking at about 76, 77 mil. Heals about 21 bill in favor of the blue team. However, I don't think that the numbers here when it comes to the 60 mil and the 100 mil pluses is that bad. You do have a plus, what is this, 49 more, right? So we're looking at 49 and then 14 is how that looks there. So you got a plus 49, 60 mil plus in favor of the blue team, but you have plus 14 more 100 mils in favor of the red team. Again, you know, there is still like that plus 10, almost plus 11 billion more power. But I don't think this is what I'd consider god-awful. I do think it probably leans a little bit more in favor of the blue team, given the power and having more 60 mil pluses. But maybe the 14 is closer than we think. Maybe that is going to close the gap more. And they also, and like I said, they also have a little bit more PvP engagement per their merits to power. So that could be something as well. So maybe this isn't as bad as it may look to some. I guess I would argue this is probably a little bit closer than we may think, but I probably would give this the slight edge. I think, again, when we're looking at the teams for Final Zone, I think if you're looking at Zone 2s and Zone 3s for individual matchups, it's probably a little bit different, especially because if you look at this, right, Noob and Rod have the most 100 mil pluses, even if the kingdoms that have the most 60 mil pluses are on the other team, right? So that's kind of something interesting to look at. Okay, next group that we have. So this one's interesting. I need to explain this because someone had to take the time to explain this one to me. I was hanging out with the UDF fam in their Discord last night, and we were chatting it up. And then I had reached out to Geo, and I think a few other people, and like had asked them, hey, like what some of the matchups are. And this is what I've been told. So they have opted for a modified matchup. Basically, what their plan is that from zone 2 and 3, or we'll say from zone 1 to 3, they are going to do one matchup. Once final zone opens, they will do a different matchup. And I'm going to talk about this in a moment because I actually think this is not only a very creative approach, but this is something that I saw a couple KvK groups do a season ago and 2-3 seasons ago that I think is a great workaround for people not having to worry about, oh, well, we got stuck here. They're in this zone 1, they're in that zone 1. We can't team up. It doesn't make sense. More likely we'll get, it really kind of eliminates that. And we'll talk about that in a moment. So The top portion here is they've opted essentially for a 2v2v2. So it's UDF and X, ASC and Kong, DYH and MBH, right? So that's the matchup right now. Going in from zone 1 up to zone 3. You could see the numbers here, right? 17-6, 28, 21-3. Like they're not awful. Even the 60 mil plus, 100 mil plus is like, again, it's obviously a little bit closer, I think, with ASC Kong, DYH, MBH. It does get a little bit more here when you look at UDFX. They do have more 100 mil pluses, but they have the lowest 60 mil plus. I would probably still give the edge to the team that has a little bit more of the 100 mil pluses. However, if you look at UDF and X on the map, they're right. They could, and that's the part that might be a little scary, is because they're here, they could lock out Kong, given they're kind of sandwiched in between as one team. I think if you're looking at them as like the strongest team, potentially, even if they don't have necessarily the most power, they do have the most 100 mil pluses. And it's not as though they have a low number of 60 mil pluses, right? They're only 7 behind DYH and MBH, and then they're 26 behind ASC and Kong, but they have 21 more than the next group. So I think I'm going to give a little bit more weight to that, despite, and if you look at that, dude, their PvP engagement percentage numbers are good, right? It's the highest out of the 3 teams. So to me, just initially looking at the map, it looks like Kong might get zone locked. So, or at least not make it out of their area until zone 3 happens, and then we'll see what happens there. However, once the matchup progresses and gets to final zone, this is how it's going to look. And this is what they've said they've agreed on, which is that it's UDFX, ASC Kong, and then it's DYH, MBH. Now, I, for one, would rather have just seen or tried to see a 3v3. I don't know if this makes the most sense, and that's just because I think the numbers. Now, maybe there's a reason why DYH, why MBH with 163 and 279 opted. Maybe they were the ones advocating. Maybe they were saying, listen, we're just going to go up against everyone. We're going to pull an Echo BDO, and we're just going to go balls to the walls crazy and basically PvP stress test themselves in the final zone. I don't know that. I also didn't ask that specifically. So if someone's watching and there's a reason why they opted for that in the FZ, I'd love to know. For me, I would have liked to seen them try to attempt and figure out a 3v3. Now, maybe they did for the final zone and it just didn't end up working. Again, respect if you made the attempt. But maybe we'll take a look at the numbers and see what maybe could work, right? Maybe we'll do that later on. Happy to see us getting a little bit more influx of people joining. We're currently going through all of the matchups that have been announced at this moment. If you're enjoying, if you like the content, if you think my face is cute, make sure you do what is respectable when you join the live stream. And that is, thank you, appreciate you. Do it or I'll find you. Okay, so now that's how the FZ looks. Again, pretty... I mean, it's like a 3-to-1, right? Ratio. If you're looking at the 4-to-2, it's about a 2-to-1 on the 60 mil pluses. It's just, yeah, it's again, it's very, very much in favor of the red team, essentially. Okay, let's move on to the next group. Next group we have is going to be SOS 4-15. In this group, you could see here from the positions, we have EIA, BBIW, LAW, TG, and ANCS. This is the matchup at the moment, as it was told to me. We have BB, EIA, ANCS, which is, I think, the leftover EIS peeps, LAW, TG, and IW. From the numbers, we have 37 to 46, so you're about a 9 bill differential there. We have 8.26, 9.6, right? So a little bit more PvP engagement on the blue team. We look at some of the T5 numbers, or I guess we can maybe go through kills, right? So it's like 19 bill differential there. We got about a 80 bill differential on deads, and then heals 20 bill, right? So numbers obviously leaning a little bit more in favor of the blue team. However, that doesn't tell the full story. Even though the blue team has about 9 bill in power and some of the other metrics that are a little bit better, we are seeing that there's a plus 15 advantage here for the 100 mil pluses that are in favor of the red team. For this one, we're at, what is that, 82, if I have that right? Yeah, and let's do a little centering. So again, 82 more 60 mil plus in favor of blue team, 15 more 100 mil plus in favor of red team, but the blue team has a little bit more favorable stats. I would probably give the edge to the blue team here. However, I will say that it also depends on what those matchups look like going into zone 1, because some people could get locked out in zone 3. And that's something we've seen happen in a number of KvKs as well, where, and you heard me talk about that in the video this morning, it's one of the most depressing things, and I think disappointing things, is that they allow a pass to open that allows for you to get into the cross zone 3s, which could just lock out kingdoms, and then we miss out on that final boss crescendo peak fight in the final zone, especially after they've made multiple updates to the final zone to improve it based on player feedback. Again, it's just one of those things that it just rubs me the wrong way. However, do I think that this matchup could be closer than we may think? Yes, but I do think the numbers favor the blue team a little bit more. Oh, there we go. So Spartan's here. Spartan might let us know. So everyone are able. So first of all, we know everyone's able to get there. The challenge right now is that if you look at the map, you have the right here, which is the level 4 pass. So you have a level 4 pass here, and then you have a level 4 pass going in. Those are the cross zone 3 passes. Remember, those passes open before the final zone passes. So the only way that no one gets zone locked out of into zone 1 and gets pushed out of zone 3 is if people agree not to either use those passes or just to not invade another person's zone 3, and then that way everyone in the KvK gets the opportunity to make it to the final zone. Now that, to me, I think would be dope if KvK groups agreed to that, and then they said, okay, we'll do it for a week, and then after final zone's been open for a week, then people can invade each other on the cross zone 3s, or AKA the level 4 passes. That, to me, would be that'd be the play of plays, right? If people agreed to that and just set a standard across the board. But again, I don't know if that's going to happen. Again, that's probably wishful, optimistic thinking on my part, but that's what I would love to see happen. If we could get all the KvK groups to agree to that, that would be dope. Because I don't want to see people get zone locked in zone 1 before the final zone opens. I think that would be shiitake mushrooms. I think it would be a disservice to all the players in that KvK. I don't want to see something happen, and I'm going to use this as an example, but there's no hate being thrown in these kingdoms' directions. I do not want to see what happened in the TFS Noir KvK a couple seasons ago, where everyone fought hard in zone 3, and yes, it was fun to watch while it lasted, but it didn't last as long as it could have if everyone was able to fight together in a single zone. And what did we see happen? TFS and Noir saying, yeah, man, we're going to fight. We're going to go hard. We're going to attack each other. We're going to, have sustainable PvP in the FZ. Dude, it didn't even last 12 hours. So don't give me that, because I think that's complete BS. And I'm not saying anyone is giving me that. I'm just saying that's something I hope doesn't happen. And like I said, that's no shade on those kingdoms. I'm just saying that's an example of something that happened where it was probably like the worst thing I feel that could have happened, because it just deprived all the players in that KvK of being able to have an amazing final zone that was kind of taken away from them because of how everything played out. Again, people can choose and play however they want. I'm just saying that's my wishful thinking. That's what I hope will happen. Okay, so that's this group. Let's get to the next one. The next one here is going to be SOS4 14. I think we got. Oh, let me restart my thing. That's so weird. What just happened? Okay, there we go. We're back. Okay, so now we're gonna move on, and oh gosh, what did I just say? Right, it was ANSIS. Okay, so now we're gonna cover SOS 416, 14. Excuse me. So here's starting positions for the group. We have Dawn. This is starting from Fuyu. This is Dawn, OAH. Then we have NWE, BXS, ACLTS. This is the matchup right now on paper. And again, if you guys are enjoying, make sure you throw us a thank you. So we have OAH, BXS, NWE on one team. Other team is Dawn, LTSAC. So basically how they've opted it is kind of doing a north versus south approach. So if you look at the map, it's the top half, versus the bottom half, right? So it's north versus south, south versus north. That's kind of how they opted to do it there. And like I said, that to me is okay. If you're doing like 3 together versus the other 3 together, or you're going to do a 1 by 1 by 1 by 1, if it can work out that way. I'm not saying it's always going to work out that way, but if it can, I think those are okay. Now, to me, it doesn't really matter where everyone starts, because if you're opting for a balanced approach, at least when it comes to the final zone, then hopefully, like I've stated, right, no one should get pushed out. You just keep having your zone 2 fights. You can have your pass fights in zone 3 for the cross zone 3s if you want, like fight in front of each other's gate or whatnot until the FZ opens, right? If you just really need to scratch that itch because you're an addict, then okay. However, let's get to some numbers. So we have 39 to 41, so about a 2 bill differential in favor of the blue team. Very close in merits. Here, there's about, what is that, 880 mil? Sorry, 100 mil? 80 mil? Yeah, something like that separates. PvP engagement numbers really close, about 0.4% that separates. If we're looking at kills, we have about a plus 14 billion in favor of the red team. Deads, plus 33 million in favor of the blue team. Heals, very close, 1.7 billion in favor of the red team. Now let's look at some T5 numbers. We have 60 mil plus, which looks like this is 44. And then we got 28. So we'll write those down. So here we got 44 60 mil pluses in favor of the blue team. Blue team also, again, right, with the 2 bill plus differential. And then on the red team, they have 28 more 100 mil pluses. This I actually think is a little bit closer of a matchup. And that's because you have a little bit more power and a little bit more 60 mil plus, but you have more 100 mil plus on the other team. Now, would I like for the 100 mil plus number to maybe be a little bit lower, or for the 60 mil and total power numbers on the blue team to be a little bit higher? Yes. I do think this probably favors the red team, at least when it comes to the final zone matchup. Individual zone 2 matchups, right, we would probably break down later, or maybe after I run through and do an overview for each of the KvK groups that are matchups that haven't announced so far, because that I think would take a little bit more time. But this is how it looks at face value. So, like I said, right, you have Dawn LTSAC, right? So it's the top half going against the bottom half. Only challenge here really is that LTS and NWE just won't get any zone 2 action. Yeah. Okay. Next, we'll take a look at is SOS4 13 is going to be UHA, CMAR, DBB, SW8D, MFD laws in UHA. Now, for this one, matchup, let me do that. Skadooshing. Very quick. Oh, let me catch them on chat if I'm missing. Zatrix says we also, Pirate, what's up? Welcome. Zatrix says we also try to agree to everyone to go final zone. Absolutely. I mean, I think it's a win across the board. Spartan, and I'm not saying that no one can get attacked in their zone 3s or in their zone 2s. I'm just saying, allow everyone to get to the FZ, set a date or a duration for how long you're going to fight in the FZ, and then say, okay, whenever that expires, then people can also, in addition, start attacking from the level 4 pass. Fine with that. Spartan said it would be one on each side getting zone locked, worst case scenario, but likely all make it in. We haven't really made an agreement since we don't want anyone to take a freebie. I mean, like I said, you can still fight. Just do rallies all day long at the pass, or do open field in front of other people's passes, or just say, or better yet, just say you can go and send troops in people's territory, in people's zone 3s, just don't build into the zone 3s. That way you still get some action. BH said, not good middle like that. Get 0 PvP. Not good middle like that. BH, what do you mean? You have to dive into that a little bit more for me. Zatrix said, at least some kingdom seems like they are trying to make more balance. Oh, no, absolutely. Again, from what we're seeing here, you can tell that there are some groups that are looking to aim and hope to try and achieve a little bit more overall balance. And that's great. It doesn't mean every KvK group is going to be able to do that, but I think every KvK group has an opportunity to have a balanced final zone matchup, if we're talking about that. Again, it's not going to be perfect for zone 2s and zone 3s. That's not really what we're hinting at. That's not what we're trying to get the point across. It's about how can we get the most balanced matchup for the final zone? And how can we get up to everyone to make it to the final zone, right? And then obviously whatever happens afterwards, so be it. Yeah. Anor, what's up? Welcome. This grouping is with the thought that some people from 96 are going to G3. Oh, interesting. from 96. Was that the previous group? Oh, I see. Okay. Ooh, I mean, in that case, that might be a little rougher. Well, no, maybe. Maybe it could be a little better. I guess it depends on how many 100 mil pluses leave. Is probably the real question there, right? Yeah. All right, so let's look at this group, and then we're going to look at the next ones because these next groups are going to be the biggest ones. So if you're just joining us now, get excited because we have some of the biggest KvK groups and some of the most power in this historic largest KvK pool that we've seen in the history of CoD. So I'm really excited to be covering this. If you're just joining us now, welcome. Again, we're going through KvK group analysis. I will do a quick review after we initially do this. And as always, if you're just joining, the only entry thing that we ask for you is just always that. Thanks. Okay. So for this group, MFD, DBB, UHA. So we have MFD, DBB, UHA. It's actually a 1-1-1. That's kind of how the split is here for the zones. Then we have Laws, CMAR, SWAT. I think that's where Tiny's group went to, right, as well for Laws. How do the numbers look? Very close. I mean, extremely close in top 300 power, right? So it's 45-6, 45-6. I mean, it's pretty much dead even. PvP engagement numbers, fantastic. About 0.19 of a differential here between. Absolutely awesome to see. Kills, 5.4, 5.5 billion in favor of Red. Still very close. 7 million differential on deads. And then about a 7 billion, maybe 8 billion differential on heals. But still very close. When we look at 60 mil pluses, we're looking at a 42. And then here it's 16. So again, numbers are still really close. You have more 60 mil pluses on one side, more 100 mil pluses with pretty equal power. You have a little bit more PvP engagement numbers on this side as well. I mean, I'm not mad at this, man. I think this is pretty darn good. I think this is a very close matchup. I'm excited. This, so far, I think out of all the groups, specifically for the ones we're looking that have 3v3 splits, this is probably the first group that I think at least has done the most balancing possible, right? Or most balancing that they were able to achieve. Let me say it like that. Which again is not to take away from the others, but again, I think this is great. So I'm really excited for this group. Again, especially because they also were able to work it out with the 1-1-1 splits, just kind of how it worked out. I think this is great. So I'm excited for this group. This group is going to be on my watch list. And again, we're going to watch a lot of the groups too as well. Okay. Next one is the 606 or SOS 412 group. I'm going to touch on this in a moment because I have to mention a disclaimer that I have here as well that I was that they had let me know about. So I'll mention that in a moment. Oh, BH said last group with 3 top, 3 bottom. Yeah. Not good middle. Oh, yeah. If you mean like the top middle and the bottom middle, yeah. They'll be deprived until zone 3, most likely. Zatrix, is more easy for this KvK with one alliance and one camp. All those servers with more KD in the camp are going to be, chaos, yeah. Be yourself, bro. What's up? Hello, when the fights should start. So I believe on the 20th, if that's right. Sorry, 21st is when the season begins. So zone 2 will probably be a little while until we get there. For them, it'll probably be, I think, a week, maybe a week and a half until we hit zone 2 for that group. So you're probably looking at I'd say about the end of the month for March, if not beginning of April. Yeah. All right, fam, we're at 28 likes. We need to do 32 more. You guys can do it. Believe in you. All right, so we have Luno and HWG here for this group. It was told to me at the moment that the current matchup here is essentially a 2v1, v1, v1, v1. I mean, say whatever you want about it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what has been told to me by a king or queen in this group. So it's the only confirmed duo and team is Luno, aka Noir, and HWG. So 5 and 223 are the only kingdoms that have teamed up at the moment. Everything else is with IR, 255, 25 IW, 3-3, Squiggly Eyes, which is YY's kingdom, right? Second strongest player in the game, basically has the number 2 and number 3 accounts. it's 1v1v1v1, right? So it's basically more or less a free for all, right? Is really what it is. It's just two of the kingdoms have decided to group up. But Luno and HWG, it should also be mentioned that they're on opposite sides of each other. So I mean, the only way that would really work is if they make it to the final zone. Effectively, and someone already pointed this out, is that, and Matt and Atrix already said it, Xylus said it too. What's up, Xylus? Welcome. Trig, what's up, man? Welcome. Is that it basically is a free-for-all here until something is figured out, maybe in the final zone. Now, my thing is this. I'm okay with you doing whatever you want to do for zone 2, for zone 3. But I would like to see, and now if they're going to say, look, let's try free-for-alling it out in the FZ, and they're gonna make it so everyone can get access to their zone 3, i.e., and then get access to their final zone, that would be cool as well. To at least see a KvK and a strong KvK group try to do it. Now, do I think it's going to work? Obviously, I don't. But do I think it would be absolutely interesting and have a massive amount of excitement surrounding it? Abso-freaking-lutely, I do. I think that has to go without saying. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Again, if I get more reports, we'll see. But as of today, I think a couple hours ago, this is what I've been told. So yes. Okay. Shazam, man, that's my boy right there. Or lady. You know, we're gender neutral here. Says, I don't even play this game, but I tune into every video because it seems interesting. That's right. It's always interesting when Bion's on that mic, delivering some vocal goodness. All right. Next group we have here. I mean, you guys are just teasing me right now. Oh, yes, thank you. Look at that, dude. Someone came through with the 30 likes. I appreciate you guys. All right, now we're on to 35. I'm a goalpost mover. I'm not gonna deny that. Okay, so we're at 6,011. We're getting to pretty much the top 3 groups now, right? We are getting there. Third to last group. This is where we have SV, ED, COD, BNR, KOV, Zoo. These are starting zone 1 locations. Let's look at the matchup. The matchup here at the moment is, oh, I forgot. I figured that out because, yeah, I just plugged in the 9 for those. Yeah, so SV and BNR are using data from the 9th, again, just to state that. So we have ED, SV, KOV. Now, I think, yeah, so ED, SV, so it's like this. Let me go like this. So it's ED, SV here, KOV here. So it's like a 2-2-1-1. That's basically the split here that we have for that group. Matchup. We got 59.3 bill on the red team. There's about 1.8 billion, 1.75 bill that separates. Merits, about 500 million. However, these numbers are not far off. There's a 1.11 percentage differential for PvP engagement from each of the teams. This is still pretty darn close. Kill numbers, plus 28 mil, about 28 mil in favor of the blue team. Plus 15 billion, plus 15 mil for deads in favor of the blue team, plus 11 billion for heals in favor of the blue team. Now let's look at some PvP or some T5 numbers. We have, this is, I think, 19, and then here is 61. And then we'll even those out. So, a little bit more power on the blue team, a little more kills, a little more deads, a little more heals on the blue team. The blue team has 61 more 100 mil plus players. I mean, it's like, what, 1.5 times. The red team has 19 more 60 mil plus players. I think I'm going to give this advantage in favor of the blue team. I think that's a very steep number when you think about all those 100 mil pluses that have a greater number for the blue team than the red team. So I'm going to give the edge here, again, as it pertains to the final zone. Like I said, for zone 2 and zone 3 matchups, we can look at that a little bit more in depth later. But I just want to kind of get through all the KvK groups first. So, also, Potato said, oh, sorry, what was that, Potato? We said Luno HWG worked something out and the other alliances don't get their shit together. What? Not exactly how you describe it. Yeah, again, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't heard any specific details yet. All right. Second to last matchup, probably and may arguably be the second to most exciting matchup that we have to potentially look forward to in the Gen 2 Season 3 KvK pool. There's so much drama that is surrounding this KvK group. We will touch on it a little bit, but I at least want to get through what I've been told so far. I reached out to some kings and queens here, and I just say kings or queens just to cover my bases. And this is what I've been told for this group. So we have NTS and FUU, EIS, WBB, TFS, SSG, and A2G. Again, a number of top kingdoms, a number of top fighting kingdoms. We have TFS on their rebuild, SSG on their rebuild. We have EIS on their rebuild. NTS fighting that perseverance, again, with those early cheating body allegations and just sticking through it, making sure that they come out on top and really making a staple name, a household name for themselves. SSG having Satoru on Neff's account, who was in a previous kingdom and then migrated a second time, but a lot faster on the interval, now to SSG. I mean, storylines here are absolutely bonkers, right? Especially because EIS and TFS once fought upon a time in that dreaded 3-choke Tamaris final zone in a previous season, that there's just a lot back and forth. Again, there is history here, folks, is what we're trying to say. Let's look at what we know right now for the matchup. At the moment, for what's confirmed, it is TFS and WB, NTS, EIL, #/EIS, right? It's like saying Twitter is X. It's Twitter. Okay, get it straight. It's Twitter or nothing. I'm not calling it X. Just like EIL is EIS. But again, they were EIL. That's the shell they were in. There's an exception. So these are the matchups. With SSG2, I was told they opted to go solo. This was what was mentioned yesterday. A2G announced that they are going solo, but that's specifically because they did not like the 3v2v1 situation. I believe A2G was originally with TFS and WB, so it was those three versus NTS, EIS, and then SSG was doing the Echo BDO solo test, solo PvP stress test. This is where it's at now. However, when we look at this with TFS and WB, they're next to each other. NTS and EIS are next to each other. SSG and A2G are next to each other. It can be said and stated, I feel, that there is a likely chance that we will see SSG and A2G fight together, or at least not fight against one another. So, yeah. Oh, sorry. Was it A2G with NTS and EIS? Did I get that mistaken, Shingami? Maybe I had read the thing wrong that I saw, or maybe it was a typo that they sent me. Okay, yes. Okay, thank you for the correction. So ATG was with NTS, EIS, and then they opted to go solo. Okay, thank you very much. So this is how the numbers look at the moment. If we're looking at T5 stuff, it's just between these two. It's sorry, what am I looking at? Plus 29, 60 mil plus, and then we're looking at 15, 26. Was that 41? So you're looking at plus 41, more 100 mil plus for the NTS EIS group, and then we're looking at a plus 29, more 60 mil plus on favor of them. There's 178 here, so they would have less than TFSWB. 60 mil plus, though, was interesting. They'd be at 341, so they'd be a lot closer. There'd be a plus 9 advantage on NTS EIS. But if you're just looking at who's the strongest group right now, at least the strongest pairing out of these three, it would be NTS EIS. Now, I don't know if I want to go as far as saying, like, this is just bonkers ridiculous. I will say that I think the 100 mil plus number is probably the most impactful one here. Obviously, they do have a little bit more power, right? They'd be at 39, 39, maybe about 40. So a little bit more than TFSWB if you're looking at power. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I think for me, the biggest thing is like I said, I just want to see a lot of fighting. As a viewer, as a spectator, the most important thing for people watching, and I would argue people playing, is that they get as much PvP as possible. If they do not get a lot of PvP, then again, this will be looked on in the debrief on how they, and this goes for any KvK group. Were they able to work something out that allowed for as much PvP, as much fun, as much enjoyment, as much fulfillment for everyone participating in that KvK to get? If they accomplish that, phenomenal. That's what we hope for, and also that's what we want to see. If it doesn't happen, then we can look back and point to a potential fail on that front, right? Or a potential missed opportunity, if we want to say that a little more with a blunted, not tipped spear. So yeah, I mean, again, would I have liked to seen a 3v3 here, or even whatever they decide, like, even if they wanted, like, listen, what they could do as well, let's really put things into perspective here, is they could do this 2v2v2, but then once the final zone comes around, they could do a 3v3. There's nothing stopping them from adjusting. We just talked about this as well in the UDF group. They're doing a 2v2v2 split, but then they're going to do a 4v2 when the final zone hits. You could say whatever you want about the 4v2, but I'm just saying that is an option to work around starting zones, is that you could do a free-for-all up until the final zone. You could do a 2v2v2 up until the final zone. You could do a 1v5, a 4v2. There are options that you have. Don't just think that you're locked in. You remember, you can play the KvK however you want. But my thing, and like I've stated before, I just hope that up to all the kingdoms in every KvK group can make it into the FZ, so we can see the most amount of potential fighting possible. Because that, to me, would be the most exciting. Yeah. I mean, listen, if you have a week of fighting in Zone 2 or Zone 3, okay, that's cool. But that's not what I'm most hyped about. Yeah. Rhinos, what's up, man? Welcome. Blue Devil, what's up? Welcome. We all know FFA won't last. Yeah, it probably won't. Rhino says, I really hope everyone will get the PvP as much as possible. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's what everyone wants. Like, I don't think you can say that players aren't looking forward to trying to get as much PvP out of their accounts as they can. Especially the fact that you also have to consider a lot of these kingdoms skipped. They didn't go into the G1 pool, right? They opted to go to the G2 pool. If anything, they should be trying to set their KvKs up to where everyone can make it to the FZ to fight, because they've been deprived that much longer of PvP because they had to skip and wait. So yeah, I'm just saying, I think the kingdoms that try to set that up will be doing a service, will be doing a good deed for all the players in their KvK. And I think the players should expect that. If you're a player in a kingdom, you should be advocating to your leadership, saying, this is what we would like to see. This is what we want. We don't want to lock someone out in Zone 3 and then push them to Zone 1, because all that does is just reduce the overall amount of PvP that we're going to be able to get out of the entire KvK season. So yeah, I'll tell you right now, if I see that happening, I will point it out, but we'll try and do it in a nice way. Like I said, people can play however they want, but I'm going to share my thoughts. Because for me, like I said, when I'm watching a KvK, when I think about everyone playing, I'm looking to care about everyone. I want everyone to get their fill. I want everyone to eat. I want everyone to win. Right? So, I mean, like I said, despite the only thing I take into, like, I put an asterisk there is if, there's like some hardcore betrayals or like something that like just absolutely stops you from teaming up together. Otherwise, do get over it and kick rocks. Okay, keep it pushing. Kiss and make up. Logic. Shingawi's like, logic in this game? Nah. Yeah, man. Rhinos, I'm sorry I didn't came earlier. Did you spoke about the KvK 2v4? Yes. And again, I'm going to review it all again. So if you're just joining, first and foremost, welcome. Remember, your permit for entry and hanging out here is we just ask you to kindly make sure you throw us up and hit that button. We're 4 away from 35. You guys can do it. Also, it helps get this out to that much more. I appreciate you. Ling, what's up, man? Shigami, HG moved to G2 from G3. Yeah, okay. Oh, okay, interesting. V, what's up? Rescuing your allies locked in Zone 1 could be fun as well. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I've seen that happen yet out of all the KvKs that I've watched. That's not to say that it hasn't happened. It's just I haven't seen it for the ones I've watched. V says, but I agree with you. We need to do our best to fight for most of the season. Absolutely. And that's my only thing, right? Listen, I'm not saying, and let me be very clear before we show the last group, because the last group is the strongest group and probably the one that will have the most hype around it outside of the drama that this particular group has, is that I'm not saying you cannot go and fight. I'm not saying you can't go invade someone's zone 3 or not to go invade someone's zone 2 or their zone 1. We're not saying that. What I'm saying is that I want to see people go to zone 2, you fight it out, whoever gets zone 2 wins. Totally fine with that. When zone 3 opens, everyone gets to go into their zone 3. You want to do some pass fighting when the level 4 pass opens. You want to fight out in the open field in each other's zone 3 without building into each other's zone 3 until the final zone opens. Fine with that. But everyone should have the opportunity to make it to the final zone. That's what I'm saying. And then once you get to the final zone, give it a week. And then once a week has passed, if you want to go and invade each other's zone 3s and do that, fine with that. But let me live. Let me fulfill my dream of seeing some final boss freaking crescendo PvP. That's what I want to see. And I hope that that's what everyone else would not only want to see, but everyone that's actually participating in the KvK would want to be able to do. So that's my only thing there, right? And then after that, dude, you want to zone lock people, fine with that. But I just hate the fact that the level 4 pass opens before the level 5 pass to go to basically invade across zone 3. I just don't like that. I would rather it open after the level 5 pass opens for the FC. That would be the only change. Yeah. Okay. Doing good, Ling. Yami, what's up, man? Hello from BR. Yo, Rhino's coming in with the 5 gifted memberships. Rhinos, thank you so much. Can we get some confetti in the chat for Rhinos? I appreciate you, senpai. Thank you so much. I love you long time. Okay. So let me see. Who got gifted from Rhinos? We got V got gifted. Just kidding. Got sponsored. Yami got sponsored. Nikau got sponsored. Kingston got sponsored. Love, man. Love. Appreciate you. Means a lot. Means a lot. More than you know. Kirito, what's up, man? Welcome. BH says, what you mean fighting all season is so expensive? Yeah. And keep in mind, like I said, we're not saying that you need to fight every single day of the season. No one is saying that. We're just simply saying that I want to see more than 12 to 24 hours of PvP in the final zone. I don't think that should be the expectation. And if that happens, I think that's incredibly disappointing. No. All right, George, can't even get the sponsor like this. Damn, George. JP, what's up, bro? All right, let's go to the final group now. Thank you. Also, 4 more likes to 40. You guys can do it. So for the final group, which is, again, probably coming with its own controversy, but maybe not as much as the TFS group. This is WAO, ROG, RAC, BDO, GG, and Echo. For this group, this is the matchup. Now, they're at almost 150 billion power. I think this could be the strongest KvK group in history. I'd have to go back and look at some other numbers, but I very well think that this is the strongest KvK group in history that we've seen so far. This is the matchup for them. Basically, it's a 2v4. This is, again, this is what we have right now. So it's BDO and Echo versus WAO, RAC, ROG, and GG. Let me delete that. Okay. Now, BDO and Echo are here. And again, I'm sure some of you have already been seeing the memes that have been floated around that GG is going to get zone locked. All I can say is I'm sorry. I feel your pain. And I wish you the best. I mean, I don't really feel your pain, but I will vicariously live through a feeling of pain. And it's just rough all around for GG. It's not, GG at the moment, it's not gang, it's gone. It's kind of effed up. But I feel it's appropriate. It sucks, is what I'm trying to say. Now, maybe that doesn't happen. Maybe it's going to be better. Right? Maybe Gone will go out of zone 1 and go somewhere else. We'll see. It just looks rough on paper. I think visually it looks rough. So let's look at some numbers and compare. So, well, and let me say, I hope it doesn't happen. Like my whole thing, even for this group, even though I joke, I kid, the memes are out there. I hope that all the kingdoms here make it to the FZ, just like I've stated before. Okay, let's look at some numbers for how the matchup looks in this 2v4. We have 51 to 98 bill. Again, that's plus 47 bill that will be in favor of the blue team. We have pretty much about double merits. However, the PvP engagement percentage numbers still look good for both teams, even though you have a plus 5-6 percentage in favor of the blue team. Kills, shockingly, not that far off, only because there's only 2 other kingdoms that had more kills than BDO combined, and that's WA and RAC. So it's 172, it's about, 95 billion more. For deads, we're at plus 361 million in favor of the blue team. Heals, once again, not that bad. It's still basically almost doubles. I don't know why I just instinctively said not that bad. But this is plus, 86, 87 billion. That's in favor of the blue team. Let's look at some T5 numbers. 60 mil plus, we're looking at, Billy Bob. I got to do some math here. 509. And then this is 116. Is that right? I think that's right. So you have a plus 509 more 60 mil pluses in favor of the blue team, plus 116 more 100 mil pluses in favor of the blue team. Yeah. Again, I think the zone 2s and the zone 3 matchups will probably be more balanced as it comes to the fights there. But I very much believe, and this is because I've seen Echo say this before, this is not, and let me point out, this is not the first time Echo has done something like this. Echo has done something like this before. I think it was in the second to last season, give or take, where they opted to do a PvP stress test and just wanted to do the whole David versus Goliath approach. The fact is that if Echo and BDO are willing to zero themselves, if they're willing to go all out in the final zone, I, for one, think, even though obviously the numbers are against them, I still think that we could get an exciting final zone fight. I didn't say long lasting, even though nothing would please me more on the inside, up here. Okay, keep it PG, fam. But I do have some hype. I have some hope, hopeful hype around this group. But I do think that this could be very exciting to watch if it plays out in, potentially the best way or just a good way. So yeah. So that's what we got. That is the complete group review. I'll do a quick one too as well. For those of you that are just joining, I'll do a quick review so you guys can see for those of you that have just got here. And as always, if you guys are enjoying, make sure you throw us up. That's gonna do it, man. 3 more to 40. I believe in you. Also true. Yo says, V says, yo, that's also true. I wish cost of T5 RSS can would drop down. Yeah, man. Kirito says, GG will not get zone locked. Oh, that's nice. Alpha, what's up, man? The homie's here. As it stands right now, GG won't get zone locked. Our camp is going to let GG into the Dragon Zone. All right, man. I got to give... Sorry, I'm going to give hearts. I got to give hearts in the chat for that. That's an OG move. That's a PIMP, double O down on me move. I think that's absolutely fantastic. If that's already been talked about, if that's already been discussed and decided, that's a GG. That's a W. That now gives me a lot more excitement and hope. You know what I'm going to do for that? I'm going to make a note on that group now that I've been told. So let's do that. We're going to make a note. So what's my note? Will be allowed to FZ. FZ will be 2v4. And I'm going to make a timestamp here. And I'm going to say Alpha Deer. just so I know. So I come back to you in case anything happens. But absolute respect. Absolute respect on that. In that case, now I'm that much more hyped and excited for the strongest KvK group in history. You have now earned the title of strongest and most respectable KvK group in history. And you heard it here first. Okay, so let's go through. I'm going to reset this real quick, and then we'll go through all the groups for those of you that have just joined. So we'll do a quick review. Again, I'm not doing the groups for the kingdoms that have more than 6, for the KvK groups that have more than 6 kingdoms, just as a disclaimer. But this is all of them that are there. So I think there's only 4, there's 4 groups that have more than 6 kingdoms in them. SOS 424 hasn't been decided yet. But these are the kingdoms and alliances there. It's Go, SHWA, SNIX, SIP 262, and GRZ. I'll show, again, the starting zones for how that looks real quick. So you can see, right, 262 and Fuyu, Go, SIP, SNIX, GRZ, SHWA. For the next group, like I said, I'll probably run through these pretty quick. For the next group was SOS 423 here. This is ASG VH Ham versus IBO LOC HTF. Did I go too far down? There we go. Let's do this. There we go. So it's at the top. And then we get to the starting zones. We have ASG and Fuyu, which is top right, or Kingdom 15 is. 281, LOC, VH, IBO, HAM, HTF for where they're starting out. Let's go to the next group. This one for 622 has not been decided yet. This is GF Ice, baby. Riven, Goa, ST, and 1UP. This is starting positions. Riven top right. Then we got 1UP, ST, Goa, GF, Ice. As we get to the next group, this is for 21. BD, DAU, PX, L2NV, PG, LPG, and AMZ. This has not been decided yet. This group, starting in the top right, AMZ, PX, DAU, L2NV, BD20, and LPG. For the next group, this is going to be 6019. I think so. No. Oopsies, I missed that one. Yeah, that was AMZ. Here we go. Sorry, 6020. Let me not skip too much here. This group hasn't been decided yet from what I've been told. This is Block, AXT, SN, SG97, O5DK, and SPA. Here, starting positions are O5DK in Fuyu, top right. And then it's Block, SN hashtag, SG97, SPA, AXT. The next group is SOS 46019. This group has not been decided yet, from what I've been told. This includes Chubb, K95, Beck, GD, Elfs, and Sura for the 6019. Their overhead starting zones is we have K95, top right, and Fuyu, Beck, Elfs, Sura, Chubb, and then GD, top left. Here in the next group, we have, this one has been, right? So this is 6018 Gen IME Seal versus GPX K211 SHPZ. This is the matchup and how that looks. Starting positions, top right, Gen SHPZ K211 GPX Seal IME. Next group is going to be KM Noob ROD. This is 6017 versus IFAP ERA BPT. And then here for starting positions, we got IFAP, ERA, Noob, Rod, BPT, and KM. Next group is going to be SOS 16. And this is UDFX, ASC, Kong, DYH, MBH. They basically opted for a 2v2v2, but the final zone will be 4v2 from what's been confirmed so far. Starting positions, ASC top right, DYH, MBH, X, Kong, and UDF. Then we get to 6015. This is BB, EIA, ANCS versus LAW, TG, and IW. For this group, it's BB top right in Fuyu at Kingdom 45, IW, LAW, TG, ANCS, and EIA for the starting zone 1 positions. Next group is 6014. This is OAH, BXS, NWE versus Dawn LTS AC. If we pop this open, you'll see Dawn top right, OAH, NWE, BXS, AC, LTS. Actually, like good pacing here so far. Next group is MFD, DBB, UHA versus LA versus Laws, CMAR, SW8D. Starting positions for this group is CMAR, DBB, SW. And I'll update this too as well. So maybe we color code where the teams are. so that way people could see that. So I'll update that too. MFD laws UHA for starting zone 1 locations. Next is 6012. Only 3 more to go here. Again, this is Luno, HWG. They're one team, IR, 25IW, 3-3, and Squiggly Eyes. They are solo at the moment, or free for all. So it's basically a battle royale, essentially, is what this group is. So I think it could be somewhat exciting. HWG top right, starting off in Fuyu with 223. We got Squiggly Eyes. We got Butt Cheeks. Luno. Or maybe this could be Loudmouths. I'm not sure. I think I might just go with Butt Cheeks. Luno, or we'll just call them Melons. Luno, aka Noir. 25 IW and IR. Then we get to 6011, which is ED, SV, KOV versus Zoo, BNR, KOD. Starting positions here is going to be ED, top right, KOD, BNR, KOV, Zoo, and then SV, top left. Second to last group, we have TFS, WB, NTS, EIS, and then we have the 2 solos or free-for-all with SSG and A2G. They are right next to each other, so it very well could just turn into a 2v2v2. Starting locations, NTS top right in Fuyu for Kingdom 49, EIS, WBB, TFS, SSG, A2G. And then the last group, which is the one that we just went over, is 6009. That's BD, Echo versus WAO, RAC, ROG, and GG. Lastly, starting locations, WAO's top right, ROG, RAC, BDO, GG, and Echo. Woo! All right, that's a mouthful. That's where we're at. That's it. Back to the good old Discord. Oh my gosh, almost 500 messages that have been posted since we started. Yeah, man. Jeez. Irreplaceable, what's up? Welcome. George, yeah, we got to bounce KvK. Yuzi, what's up? Welcome. What type of kingdom is strong? Sorry, what do you mean by that, Yuzi? Can you clarify? What did Midget say? Well, you see how Discord works is not everyone is on all at once, but conversation flow and people come and go over an extended period, but wouldn't expect a troglodyte like you to understand. Jeez. Oh my God, man, the aggression. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man, COD Discord, it's just a cesspool sometimes. It's intense. I don't think people want to be my friend. I mean, not when you're calling people troglodytes. Jeez. That's rough. Oh my gosh. Oh, you know what, man? We need to look at some memes. They've posted some new ones here. We need to catch up. So what do we got here? Bad Dark when called out for Diplo win. Oh my God. Yeah, I could see this even though it was deleted. I don't know if they deleted it. Probably the mods did. But I could still see it even though it's deleted. Yeah, that's... I mean, that's aggressive. That's aggressive. Sorry, which one's this? Any KvK without Dark in Diplo chat. SOS 4 60. Oh, dude, you guys are wow. Now, first and foremost, they could all be arguing, but just doing it quietly. They could be fighting with their words. Dude, oh my God. You guys are nuts, dude. Jeez, what's this one? Arise. Who do you want me to meme on, boss? Dork, we effed up this season's Diplo. Do something about it. Just leave something in the code. Oh my God. After ATG goes solo, 1610, not the hero we deserve, but the hero we needed. Yeah, man. I mean, I maybe it's a win, right? That like they opted. Or at least better than what it was. BTX, here's a free tutorial on how to fight KvKs like real men. Obviously it's changed now, but God, dude, geez, that's wild. Do you think this is funny? G3 took. Oh, this is funny. The Elmo. I did laugh at this. It's like balance KvK, Diplo win. I think it's just the Elmo picture that just kills me. My job is done here, but you didn't do anything. SSG doing Diplo. Oh my God. Go on dropping memes. Oh my gosh. This little girl, man. It's I'll be honest, it's a little scary. Red arm who? Jeez, man. Guys are too wild for me. Yeah, but it's good stuff. Also, I'll have a video out earlier, or probably tomorrow morning. I'll have a video out that goes over the matchups, and at least maybe like the day one matchups. Maybe either that, or we'll possibly wait until all of the matchups have been finalized. So maybe one or the other. We'll see what ends up happening there. Yeah, but and then also we might be streaming again tomorrow whenever and that's what I actually have to check on. I just reminded myself. We need to look at pass openings. So I got to check Kingdom 1 real quick. Because the Gen 1 kingdoms, we can maybe go take a look at this too. To see, because they should be getting close here. Ah, dope. Okay, cool. So we can actually go look at this now. Oh my gosh, dude, did I like not time this out appropriately? I thought I did. Oh, I'm like somewhat depressed. Their zone 2's already been open. Oh my god. Why was I not? Dude, they are going bananas right now. Man, dude, that's what I should have been streaming too, is the fights. Hopefully you guys will at least hear that a little bit. Let's go see the other one. So this group, I have to put this down. So like they opened, that's one. I'm telling you, I thought I had this timed out too, where it's like I needed to check. Let me see. We'll just make a note here. Opened as of 3:16 p.m. East. Cool. So they're fighting. Oh, wow. So, dude, I mean, they must have been open for a day now. Because they are going at it. Oh, it's only a few. Okay. Let me check the second group. Oh, my God, dude, theirs open too. Oh, my God, why? Maybe it was just some of the other ones that were later. I got to make a note here. Yeah, I'm just going to go through the groups, and I also need to write down who's fighting who. So, yeah, we'll come back. I just want to double check and see who's fighting and who's... Oh, so maybe it was just a couple of the groups. Maybe it wasn't all the groups, but just a few. Oh, here we go. Cool. So this hasn't opened yet. Ooh, wow, this opens in 35 minutes. Dude, we are on it. I'm going to need to change the title. And maybe we'll watch some wars. Because this could be dope. See, start opens on 3:16. And 35 minutes. That's 8:55 p.m. Easter. Cool. Ooh, dude, the hype is... Oh, even this one opened. Man, maybe I should have checked it this morning. I had 3:17 written down. Maybe, and yeah, maybe that's why I need to click the passes too and not just check the Auger Stone. Rough life. It's okay. I blame myself. I mean, it does look like they opened not that long ago. Like maybe it could have been this morning or 12 hours ago. Oh my gosh, yeah. Maybe we'll update the title. I'll update the stream title here in a sec. Let me just check these out, and then we need to write down who's fighting who too as well. So where's these zone 2 passes? Oh yeah, so see their chapter just finished. 17. So 12 hours from now, 8:21 a.m. minus 22 minutes. 7:59. Okay, that's actually not that bad. 7:59 a.m. Wow, maybe I'll stream tomorrow morning. For some of these. That actually isn't bad. Wow. So I'm going to assume these ones probably haven't opened. If that's the case, that means there's 3 open and a 4th that's about to open. Oh, wow. A 5th. That's about to open. 39 p.m. East. Cool. Okay, so just 2 more to look at. And then we'll go back to the first one and we'll jot down those KvK names. Ooh, their pass must have just opened. Yep, so they just opened. All right, cool. Let's go to 8. Okay, so they're a half. So they're probably about 7:59 opens. Cool. All right. So we got all those down. Let's go see who's fighting who now. So we can write some matchups down because I still didn't get the matchups for this one. So let's do this. So this is Yao-Kuan. All right, there we go. Let's see here. So we have HOUC, HOUW, HOUT. So we'll do HOU versus, and I think it's 1 each there. Yeah, it looks like it. It should be HOUW2, right? Yep. All right. And is this NF57, SF57, or is it just one alliance they're fighting? Okay, so we'll do NF57 BB 57, and then it's the HOU Fam. Cool. All right, and then what's happening in this zone 2? Nothing. Okay. Is one side building and the other side isn't? No. Okay, so probably nothing really happening there. Hasn't capped anything there, and then this is the other fight. So this is Cent AD, and what's the name of the zone? KUEI-MO. All right, cool. And then it's Cent AD. And they're going up against who? WGL and WGG. So it's just the WG fam. Is that it? There's only 3 alliances that have come through. No, there's another one too. WGV, WGL. Okay, so it's just WG. Cool. All right. So we got the matchup here. Yeah, dude, super excited for this one. All right, now let's go figure out the next one, or at least the ones that are fighting now. So it's only a few, and then, yeah, maybe we'll hang out and we'll watch some PvP for a little bit. whatever that one is. Let's see, get that name. -HUA. Oops. Cool. So it's POTC. And it's FGFL. Okay. Awesome. Are any of the other Zone 2s fighting? That one's not. Oh, this one is. Cool. So there we go. Look, we got another one. And this is 30 NB, 30 NA, and 30 NE. Okay, so we'll do 30 verse. And then let's see here. We got MM. And this guy. MM. Oh, is it both? Oh, I see. So it's MM, MN. Okay. And they're fighting. Okay, cool. Let's see. Are we going hard in any others? Oh. They're building, but no one's really doing anything. So maybe it's friendly. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not going to attack each other, huh? Okay. Ooh, this one. What's going on here? Did the fighting is fighting already done? Ooh, okay. So this is probably an active one. Okay, cool. Yep. So that's an active zone too. Sweet. How do I know what the thing is called? Ontion. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's T. Probably starts from the T there, right? So it's T hyphen A, or sorry, T comma A, or apostrophe YUN. Okay. And then what are the sides? We got RR, OHO, and YBD. Well, that's a lot. Oh, big O, and then RR. Verse. And it's hyphen RK. And DTF. Okay. So we got 3 zone 2 actions here. Cool. And then this one, which is 6-4. Oh, yeah. Let's see what they got, because they're going hard in the paint. Well, a decent bit, it looks like. Just 1 pi. Yeah, man, it's nice to know, like, who's battling who. So we got care and VW. So hyphen VW hyphen care versus NXW SXW. Is that right? Huh. And SXW. Okay. I didn't see a bear alliance, though. Am I blind? Maybe it's just players that came in through the pass. Yeah, that could have been the case. Okay, building, but yeah, it doesn't look like there's a lot of peeps right there. Okay, maybe. Oh, okay. Also, action here. Look at this. Okay, so they're fighting here in this zone. Dope. There we go. Look, that's the second one. Kueim-mo. Nice. Yeah, dude. If we get them all now, then we'll be good. So RNW, RNA. So we'll do RN because that's the group. KL7, probably just KL7. All right. Cool. All right, we got that figured out. And I think that might be the last one, right? Let's double check here. Oh, never mind. Maybe they're going at it too. Who's this? Viking. I'm going to argue maybe they are fighting. At least it kind of looks like this might be. Yeah, let's just, well, you know what? Let's write it down just in case. You never know. So this is VKG K282. K2. There we go. Feels better. My booty was sinking hard. So RNF. RN. Oh wow, so they're like fighting two fronts here. Or two zone twos. Jeez, they're trying to get all of it. Nothing there, and then we're back up at T. Oh, so this is the last one. Okay. Okay, so they are fighting here. Might not be much fighting, but they are fighting. So it's OEV, EXV. And that's bear with an, oh, so it's just bear. Okay. There we go. I think that's everything that we have so far. Unless there might be one more group. I think that's outside of the ones who just opened. Yeah, I think it was this one, right? 6 opens, 7. Yep, this is the last one. Yeah, that we can see. Jag, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah, we're just going through all the Gen 1 KvK groups. Zone 2 just opened today, apparently. And usually I'm pretty on top of the timings. Gosh. So this looks like probably will fight. Let's see here. Hang on, I need to go look wherever the chokes would be. Maybe it's here in the middle if we see some people moving. Maybe they'll be at the spire. Nope. Maybe they're on this ramp. Nope. Maybe they're at this spire. Gathering. Nope. 3TL and OB. Did they just go all the way? Okay, so maybe nothing immediately, but we could still jot it down. One. Cool. So here, we'll just do TDS, hashtag SS. Oops. All right, and then here, I guess it's just war OR. Okay, so that's one group. And again, I think this just opened too, so I'm not... I don't know if I'm anticipating... Oh, are they double building? Wow. Oh, they're not. I guess they're going that way. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen anyone attack a Shadow Citadel yet. But okay, I guess I'll put this down as maybe they'll fight. I mean, who knows? Maybe just better safe than sorry, right? So who do we have? T... Dude, that's a mouthful. Of course. Bruh. That compliments well. Like, bruh. Please shorten your name. Or just, use different letters. Exall best. All right. Let's go see if any other zone 2s are popping. So they're building. They're destroying. Is anyone... Kanji, do they have units moving any direction here? Like, are they choking it? Where are they going? Okay, so like nothing's really happened yet, but I mean maybe there's something going on. Again, we'll jot it down just in case. Like I said, after we do this, we'll switch this up so we can rebrand to watch some fights. Yeah, this is just me wanting to get all the matchup stuff down real quick. Yeah, because there's a lot of fighting that's going down right now. Jeez. I mean, maybe not everyone's going to fight, I guess, logically, but I'd rather just put it down. So it's unit and mad. LHTZ and UST. Okay, they haven't taken their pass yet. And they haven't taken that pass. Okay. Okay. I guess this could maybe be a fight. But on the bright side, this is the last one. So it's 3TL GDS. All right. We have everyone right now. Dope. All right. Let's go back to 1. Because I think there was some good fighting happening there. Yeah, tell them to take their pass. Dang, yo, they're just fighting. Where are they right now on here? Oh, they're pretty even. Are they fighting on this too? Oh. Oh, you know what I could do? Oh, I don't have it on this one. I forgot. If I use the streamer mode, I have to do it on my main. I'm on my scout. I was just thinking about that. Oh, really? They didn't do too much? Yeah, Jag. Sorry, you said sorry. Just in chat late. What KvK are you most looking forward to? There's a couple. I'll put a separate video out maybe as early as tomorrow. Either tomorrow or the day after, on us kind of reviewing what we've done so far. Sweet. So we updated the title for the stream, so we know war is happening. Yeah, man, we'll hang out. We'll hang out and watch for a little bit because I'm actually really happy this guy somewhat timed out okay to watch some of these. Yeah, they're going at it. I mean, I mean, it's not like there's not, you know. I mean, again, they've probably been going at it for a while, so there's, you know, especially if this might be a little bit more in the downtime. There's not, you know, 100 people here, but It looks like they're probably doing the appropriate thing given the amount that they have. Ooh, how much do they have on that tower? I can't click on the tower. Ooh. So we got 19 or 19 left? Okay. Timed out. 2 a.m. I'm sitting here clicking build on towers. Yeah. Clint, what's up, man? Welcome. Yeah. Let's see if there's I'm just curious if there's any matchups. Maybe there's just like more people fighting on the field. Oh, this might not be bad. Set WGL AD. Okay, yeah. Let's watch a little bit of this one. Looks like they're taking the NTS approach here. And kind of just layer stacking. Interesting how like they're both doing it. I mean, that's, again, I don't know how many total troops are there, but to have two individual alliances basically trying to stack on the same point, I mean, that's got to take some decent coordination. Ooh, geez, jeez, that single target fire right there on that front too. Was that Shinra? Yeah. Clint says 611 Zoo BNR COD are together. SVED Cov, I'm not sure. Center awesome guys. Last KvK was great with them. Love these guys. I wonder if they're building or if it's just a straight build or maybe they were repairing. If Set was able to put some pressure there. I bet you we could find probably more. To the background noise, and now I'm realizing I'm gonna have to mute that because I forgot that I turned that on for a moment. So I'll probably have to edit that out. Jeez. Oh, small things. Totally forgot. It's all good. And they are pushing. Right, but as always, the question becomes, right, how long and how much do you push? If you're trying to minimize losses and maximize sevs incurred. Because it's all about timing that out well so you don't overstay your welcome. So you basically kind of get away with a ratio advantage on wins. Oh, someone just dropped a tier. Maybe. Okay, there we go. Getting a little NTS stacking. Yo, it's Hulkston, man. Look at that. It's Hulkston. Oh, this is Nova Avengers. What did they just rebrand to 30 NA? It's Hulkston. Oh, Shingami's there too. People's names that I know. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so they opted to back off. I mean, with most of their troops still intact, it was probably a decent timing to start falling back so they don't kind of overextend too much. Especially if they feel like they're... I mean, again, they've already lost maybe like, what, 8 or 10 since that? Are they creating a fallback point? Okay, I guess Gamma kind of is. Maybe it could have been a little farther up. Okay, now 30 NA on the chase. From this, it kind of looks like they have a few less troops than MN does. At least in this area. Okay, that replenishment's coming, though, from the supply line. It's like they're just all focusing the tank. Like, they're just each focusing the tanks one by one. Ooh, I like this guy trying to flank from the side, though. And maybe just get some DPS damage on a non-tank. I mean, there's even an opportunity to run, like, flying over here. I mean, again, if anyone was gonna. Well, oh, actually, I'm sorry. They do have some, but I guess they're just kind of fighting here. Maybe not trying to split off, because they could split over here and just focus fire some of the DPS. Or am I tripping? Sorry, they're just flying there for a moment. Okay, yeah. Well, not all of them are. I guess some of them are. Yeah, everyone's getting some replenishment on their side now, too. Focus, what's up? MM has lost some of their top fighters that went back to NTS. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. Focus says that the highest power NTS player was in MM last 2 seasons. Oh, okay. Did they say why they wanted to go back? All right, fam. How we doing right now? Let me see. 908. All right. Oh, man. I totally want to stay on and hang out a little bit more and watch some more PvP. But I know it's just getting a little bit late for me right now. So I think we're probably going to call it. I know we've been going a little over 2.5 hours right now. I want to say a huge thank you and a huge shout out to everyone that has tuned in thus far. Again, I think we ended up peaking a little over 90, which again was, just to watch me make the announcements and talk about the KvK groups. I mean, I just want to say, as I said yesterday's stream, and I'll probably continue to say, it's absolutely awesome that the community out there is enjoying and happy to see content that isn't just, war PvP content, but other things that are outside of that scope as well, and are excited to tune into it, whether that's hear me or someone else talk about it. So as always, man, thank you guys so much. Again, I'll put the Discord for those of you that do want to get access to any of the sheets that I showed off today. Keep in mind, there is a link to the temporary ones for G1 and G2. So if you join the Discord, you go to the CallofDragons reaction roll, you select that, You go to COD data stats, you'll be able to access that. And I poured over the data there at least 24 hours after a video comes up. So you can always check that out, pin it, save it, bookmark it. Like I said, we might be back tomorrow to stream some wars, especially if there's some PvP that's going on. Again, I imagine there will be, so stay tuned for that. And as always, you guys can react to our content notifications and live stream notifications, which you'll find on the Reaction World channel as well there once joining the Discord, if you do ever just want to get pinged and notified for when we go live or when new content comes out. I will also start, because we've been getting a lot more people for my last note that have been members and that have been gifting memberships. We will be issuing out, and I'll be releasing content early. So I might be releasing content 12 hours, 24 hours, maybe a day or 2 days in advance for probably around 24 hours, give or take. But for anyone who's a member, again, I am planning to start releasing content in advance for members to get access to early, as I believe it also kind of shows up on the public page for a YouTube channel, so that way people can take a look and see that, hey, if you do want to get access for one of the additional things. And I used to do it just a little bit before I would release it, but now, again, because we're getting more and more people are kind of gifting those and signing up to be members on the channel, which, again, always appreciate, kind of felt like it's time to start adding on another little perk. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And that's it for me. So again, man, as always, until next time, we'll catch you later. Thanks so much for tuning in. Whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening for you, I hope you have a good rest of the day.